Hi, today we are going to look over the writing instruction portion of our instructional cycle wheel. You've already gone through the other parts of the wheel, and the writing instruction is not separate, it is very much connected to all of the other pieces. Um, and looking at this, you want to make sure as we go through it, the examples that are given could easily be implemented as writing mini lessons in this cycle. Okay, so first, what we would want to look at is look at your documents that have already been opened, and that is going to be your control panel for your unit and also your performance task for that unit. As you developed your mini lesson, and this is something that we already went over at the beginning of this slide deck, but you would want to pay attention to that green part, which is that writing mini lesson, and kind of going over what standard you will be using, your learning target, what exactly are students completing and working on, and then we'll have a writing formative assessment at the end. It's really important to model this kind of thinking and this kind of reading and this kind of writing, and to kind of show your students how they are all connected. So the writing task will be over the text that we have already been reading. And then you are going to choose one sentence or part of the text that has resonated with you. The connection can be from a personal experience or from another text, song, movie. It really doesn't matter as long as you're selecting a sentence or a part of the text that really spoke to you. So, first, you would do that. And then you would choose three feelings or words that you can relate to the chosen selection. And I'll show you what that looks like on this slide. So, this is the quote that I decided to choose for my text. And these are the three words that I have decided to use and underline as the three words that really kind of spoke to me and stood out, and the feelings that I get from that text. So now I'm going to move on to step 3, and I'm going to explain the connection to each word that you choose. So a minimum of one sentence each. So for example, poor was the first word. To be poor is to live hungry. To toil was another word. So to toil is to live under harsh conditions. And then a notice. To be a notice means that nobody cares about your circumstances or what happens to you, which can be lonely. So that was the connection that I had with the words that I selected. Your student may choose any words that they decide and have any connection that they wish. And then steps 4 and 5. So in your groups, you would have them share their selection and also their sentences. And step 5, they would select one answer in their writer's notebook and kind of complete one of these tasks. This would be a charge to try to emulate the author's style and craft in your own writing and to add dialogue. The dialogue would come into play because earlier in the week you had that conventions lesson, and now they would be able to use that and kind of implement it in their own writing. We also always want to encourage students to emulate what they're reading and writing. That's how everybody becomes a stronger writer, is by being a strong reader and kind of emulating some of their favorite craft moves that the author has made. And that is going to be that for our instructional reading and writing instructional cycle. Again, if you need any help, feel free to contact your instructional specialist and they can walk you through the cycle at an even more depth level. Thank you.